The weather in Texas declined into a disaster, which forced Major League Paintball to turn the Mid-Atlantic Major into a doubleheader. 2 events would be decided in Atlantic City over the course of a 4-day fight.
Let's go, let's go. It's not over yet.
At the conclusion of the Lone Star Major, Red Legion took over the top spot in the series title race. Their starting 5 used masterful aggression to defeat Blast Camp and Aftershock in the quarters and the semis, and then won a 4-3 game against X Factor in the finals to win their first event in 5 years.
Justin Rabakov is going to win this tournament or vote for Legion.
With Texas finally in the books, the Mid-Atlantic Major was set to go down, with Red Legion officially the favorite. Normally teams would have a week to prepare on a pre-release layout, but this time the layout would be blind. All 20 pro teams would be present to walk the field at the same time, and with close to 200 players, it was a bit chaotic as no one in the league had been in a situation quite like this before.
Yeah, try to walk it, figure it out, see what we're going to do. So far blind layouts have played well to us, so see if we keep it going. Middle looks pretty chaotic, 50 Snake looks like it's a free run. So for me, I'm excited to check out the judo side and see what I have to work with over there.
I don't know. I'll play wherever no one else wants to play.
Interesting.
Kind of hard to see the lanes right now because there's so many people out here. So just trying to get a general idea. Yeah, I mean, short memory is that tournament's over. It came up short, and we're on to Atlantic City now.
I think that'll work good. And I'll be shooting just in case anyone's coming. So I'll be shooting, like that. Jumping over, rolling, we're in.
Don't hesitate, just do it.
Quick learning lesson throughout the games, but the team that gets it down first will have success.
A lot of options. Center's very crazy. Excited to see how it plays out, but I think it's going to be pretty chaotic.
The prelim fights were fierce as the teams learned the field and we watched the strategy and tactics evolve in real time. Only the top 10 teams would earn the right to play in Sunday's competition, and then 2 would blast their way into the finals.
It's time to fight for your right to party!
San Diego Dynasty was out for redemption after taking 14th in Texas. They beat Infamous, but dropped a game in overtime to a surging Edmonton Impact on day 1. And then day 2 they shut out New York Extreme and only let the Ironmen score 2 points. Dynasty would move on to the quarterfinals. Edmonton Impact was looking the best they had all year, trying to ride the momentum from a 3rd place at the Lone Star, getting contributions from the whole roster as they went undefeated and won their stacked bracket. Though Infamous went 1-1 both days, losing their games to top seeds Dynasty and Impact, they were still able to skate into the wildcard round, making Sunday, and redeeming their last place finish in Texas. Baltimore Revo showed off the same consistency seen all season long, making every Sunday. But though they won their first 3 prelim games, all the wins came by just 1 point, and their 3-point loss to X Factor forced them into yet another wildcard round, their 6th in a row. Coming fresh off their finals appearance, San Antonio X Factor used their tactical brilliance to put up 3 wins on the board, but playing 10 of against Aftermath cost them a loss. But they did enough to move right into the quarterfinals. Tampa Bay Damage, who won 2 events in a row last season, but missed Sunday at the first event in Vegas, also secured a spot on Sunday, but their 2-2 record forced them to play in the wildcard round against Revo. Every game for the Brooklyn Bears was decided by 1 point, but though they went 3-1, they were also forced to play in the wildcard round.
Like Pop says, y'all, winning by 1 is all that matters. Let's go!
Houston Heat only dropped 1 game in the prelims to Damage by 1, and they took down Notorious, the ML Kings and Aftershock to move into the quarterfinals. Though 20 teams fought through 2 days to excel in the blind layout chaos, only 2 teams were destined to go the distance.
Beautiful out here in Atlantic City. The field layout's awesome, and there's a lot of exciting things happening out here at this event. So stay tuned.
Reformed this season by legendary Hall of Famer Todd Adamson, Chicago Aftershock is a foundational name in the annals of paintball history. Though they missed Sunday at the first event and lost to Red Legion in the Texas semifinals, the roster assembled by Adamson and coach Todd Martinez was already showing signs of brilliance in their fourth-place finish. During the Mid-Atlantic prelims, Aftershock's starting line started to shine. LJ Parrish and Corey Hall were lethal and relentless on the D side. Veteran stars Alex Rodriguez and Thomas Kim were dialed in, and rookie Ryan Hoskinson was getting the lion's share of spins as the first attacker on the Snake side. Aftershock easily handled Notorious and the ML Kings on Friday, and then they started off day 2 with a 4-0 shutout win over Tampa Bay Damage. A 2-point loss to Heat ruined their undefeated run, but Aftershock would still go right into the quarterfinals.
What's interesting about this layout is, normally you get like a week to practice on the layout and stuff, and usually Friday and Saturday people are still fine-tuning. What I liked about blind layout is you kind of had that happen. Friday you're kind of just figuring things out. Saturday it's heightened up a lot, and Sunday I think you're going to see normal Sunday paintball to where people get to their spots, value their lives, they know the field layout a little bit better. I actually like the blind layout. I hope it's something that we continue to do, because I think it really takes a lot, it takes a lot of focus to get ready in the moment, and, a lot's on the line, so, I dig it.
Red Legion is one of the longest-running pro teams in Major League Paintball, and they have won 3 world championships and 15 events over the past 2 decades. Their aggressive style of play and methodology of training players has changed the game forever. But as recently as last season, this legendary franchise has fallen on hard times, finishing as low as second to last at the first event in 2023. Pavel Karslev, Sergei Slonaiskov, Kirill Peridny, and Alexander Burtnikov, though a stellar group, needed an elite 5th starter, and they got it with the addition of former MVP Justin Rabakov in the offseason. Though Red Legion lacked depth and veteran experience past the starting 5, they didn't need it, as they started the year with a 3rd, and then went undefeated to win the Lone Star, with these 5 stars getting almost all of the playing time. Riding high in the momentum from their win, the prelim games in Atlantic City went as you would expect them from the favorites. They went undefeated with Mercy Rule wins over Blast Camp, Uprising, and the Hurricanes.
It feels completely different because, if we are kind of talking about yesterday, we've been playing at Texas layout for more than just a month. And we played this field for the first time, so consider this to be the first Friday practice after the layout is dropped. But it's not just a practice, it's already tournament. You're playing on points. It's a quite different everything. Pressure, stress, pulse, all of that. And you're kind of still learning, but you need to beat those guys no matter what, because it's a tournament. It's preliminary round already by now. We were lucky. We started playing later today. In the morning, we were able to see how the other teams are playing, see their logics, and kind of implement it into our vision from yesterday when we walk around the field. We must say that still we need to polish it. Still need to polish it. So that is to see what we can do better at this field layout, because from the first side it came to be very active, but all at the same time if team opponents get into the certain positions, it's really hard to cut that off, especially if you're not making any shots of the breakout. Давайте. Don't, everybody, guys, second squad, don't put your heads down. Those guys showed us something. We just need to make lessons and get fresh and ready for tomorrow. Everybody watching, learning. That's the main stuff, learning. Let's go. It's a whole tournament forward. Let's go. Давайте, на счет 3 команды. Команда! Давай.
Tiger, come on, X!
Sunday began with the wildcard round. Bears fought Infamous, and Rebo took on Damage. Rebo had no answer for Damage, who almost completely shut their opponents down. They had Keith Brown up and out on the Snake side early. He was a destructive force. And the only point they allowed Rebo to score was decided when Rainey Stanzik turned a 1-on-2 into a 1-on-1. It was beat to the buzzer by Ethan Adams. They looked ready to match up with Red Legion in the quarterfinals. Bears vs. Infamous was a completely different story, and as close as it could get in regulation time. They played to a draw with the score sitting 2-2 with 3:35 left on the clock. After a 4-4 break, Zach Patient and Jonah Jamrose, who had 3 kills in the point, stepped up to take the lead that decided the game. Infamous had warmed up in a dogfight for their...
Ready? Take a deep breath. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Team!
What?
We're looking to play San Diego Dynasty here in the semifinal match up next. And we just got to keep doing what we're doing, playing good team paintball. We're all friends, we all care about each other, and we're down for the fight, man.
Yeah. Get a fucking B, Archie!
The semifinal fight between Aftershock and Dynasty would be their first game against each other this season, and the first meeting of these two legendary franchises in 6 years.
Hey, it's over. Yep. Hey, we're up.
5-on-3 advantage here for Dynasty early on in this first point.
Dynasty struck first, taking the early lead. Then in point 2, Dynasty shot Ryan Hosky off the break to go up on bodies. But Corey Hall quickly evened it up by winning his first gunfight with Chris Shear. Then Alex Rodriguez caught Archie Montemayor, and LJ Parrish blew open the D side with a 2-pack of kills. Dynasty would quickly take back the lead 2-1.
There. Archie gets the kill across the field as I talk about it, sorry.
Yeah, he gets the kill on Corey Hall to 3. So there's the concession. Dynasty going to go up by 1, and a perfect point for San Diego Dynasty.
But Dynasty made crucial errors in the next point to throw it away. After taking out Corey Hall, Thomas Kim, and Ryan Hosky early, Dynasty was sitting on a lead in a 5-on-2 high-body situation with a great crossfield spread. Then both Margot and Greenspan got shot out of the backfield, and Chris Shear died at a D2. It was 2-on-2, but Shock had the field spread and Dynasty's bodies were trapped.
Archie with a little tactical retreat to try to get in a little more defensible position.
A-Rod traded with Archie, and LJ Parrish put on a clinic in a 1-on-1 against Arturo Andrade, making 11 different moves to get the kill and tie the game.
LJ trying to catch him inside, and he did. So LJ Parrish, the hero in this point to tie it up right now for Chicago Aftershock.
Down to the blind spot, shot across, and then dipped into the delta.
Okay, let me just go straight up to it then.
Yep.
Shock would score 2 more to make it 3 unanswered points, as Dynasty's penalties were crushing their chances. But Dynasty wasn't done yet. Down 2 with 6 minutes left, and playing with just 4 bodies after a penalty carried over, Andrade got a little revenge on Parrish, shooting him off the break to even the count. And then Andrade got his redemption by finishing the point with a 2-pack run-through to keep the game close.
It's going to be a major penalty on Shock, and and I don't know if, Corey might have got shot in the transition to that back center, so now Chicago Aftershock might be starting down.
The next point decided the match. After a 5-on-5 break and the teams trading kills, it came down to a 3-on-3, and rookie Ryan Hosky's clutch 2-pack proved the difference maker. In only their 3rd event together, Aftershock punched their ticket into the finals.
Crazy moment. It's going to be Corey Hall, the only body left alive to punch Chicago Aftershock's ticket into the final match here at the Mid-Atlantic Major as the crowd goes wild.
We haven't done shit yet. No, this is where we want to be. This is what we worked for, all right? Learn from that last match. Focus on the next one.
Hey, I love every single one of you.
Go.
Hey,
Go.
It's just getting started. Job is not being done. We keep getting better. We play together, and that's the type of shit we can do.
Yeah.
So let's go do it.
Let's go.
Shot on 3. 1, 2, 3. Shot.
On 3.
The grinder back and forth against the Dynasty, the Dragon. So it feels good to be able to slay them and move on to the big show. But yeah, we've been rolling. We've had a bunch of good matches this tournament, and we've just been getting better every point. I feel like with a blind layout, we've really kept the foot on the gas on a blind layout.
Welcome back to the most important day of the tournament. It is Sunday here at Major League Paintball Windy City Major. I'm Eddie Marshall alongside Rich Telford. We are about to watch the wild card round go down, and it's going to be Paintball Fit
Bad audio.
taking on Infamous, and Ironman taking on Uprising.
Rich, try to jump in.
And we have a beautiful morning here. Infamous going to be breaking out from the right side of the field, the blue side, and Fitz going to be on the left. I believe we have Colt Lockout mic'd up today, so listen for some comments from him throughout the match.
Maddie's switching headsets.
Here we go. Ready for the first point this morning.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing point number 1 here in the wild card round. PB Fit making Sunday for the first time in 2024. And looks like they're going to go aggressive, Rich. They're going to take the snake off the break, and they're going to be getting a kill on Jonah Jamrose. Like a penalty was assessed that pulled out Ryan Hall. Not a good break right now for Infamous.
Nope, 4 on 3 advantage for Fit.
See if Infamous can readjust here. There's another body as well, so... Yeah, Fit getting off to a good start, Rich, and when they play a good paintball, they're shooting bodies on the break, and they have the punch with Stewart and Chavez. They've been playing well in the scramble, and they definitely, putting that first ball on Jonah Jamrose was massive. Looks like they're going to get a shot on Rodarte, so there's a throwaway point here for Infamous.
Yeah, they lost a couple on the break, and that penalty obviously didn't help. Interesting seeing Rodarte, though, ending up on the snake side of the field instead of up the center because he had been doing so well on Friday and Saturday going up the middle for Infamous.
Yeah, I don't think he had a choice with, well, he did. He could have gone anywhere, but, hey, man, spread the field out. But, yeah, that was just a bomb blew up. Infamous. It looked like a penalty, I believe, assessed on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see the flag, but the way that the ref was running over to pull out Hall, looked like the penalty was on Jonah. And then Jonah immediately started checking his pack. So going to be jumping into point number 1, Seattle Uprising. Also potentially saving their season by making a Sunday here. Uprising was down in 19th place, so... The Ironmen also redeeming themselves as they took 3rd at the second event, but had an absolute horrible run of it in Atlantic City, taking last place, losing every single game. So, hey, man, every tournament is a new opportunity to improve your legacy. New pickup for Uprising. Nate Schrader played really well. Mark Ironman in the snake as well, too, played well for him. And they've been scrambling nicely. Ironmen have a lot of punch. They've been playing aggressive. Geiger getting into the snake. Looks like they're going to be losing a body here early, though, so it's going to be a 4-on-5 situation in favor of Uprising. But Ironman pushing the issue. Got a body in that D-side snake one as well.
Geiger looks inside, looking to play a little defensively, kind of shut down some moves up the center for the Ironman.
Rich, good field position, though, for Uprising as they have a body at the 50-yard line in that D-side snake, and he's going to get a little help. They dive a body into D1.
Yeah, I believe that's Kyle Nicolau over there in front of him for the Ironman. So 2 on the drill side and 2 on the snake side for the Ironman. Uprising with snake 2, snake insert, back center. Can't see the drill side, but it looks like drill side 50. I don't know if Nicolau knows that his mirror is hot.
Yeah, I don't think he does either.
The first guy who figures out that there's a guy on the other side is probably going to win that battle over there.
I don't know if, I don't think either Eaton or Nicolau know that there's a body right on the other side of them. Well, we're going to find out soon here, too, as soon as they shoot those guns inside. Yeah, when you're a first attacker and you're far up the field and you're unsure there's somebody in there with you, you have to be careful about ripping that gun cross field because it does alert your opponent that you're there.
100%, yeah. Giving away for your position. Oh, Nicolau gets shot from the cross from Snake 1, Maddie. So 5-on-3 advantage now for Uprising with 2 guys in the snake, 2 guys in the D side, 1 guy in back center. Great field position here for Uprising.
Yeah, really puts Uprising in a awesome high body moment for them to try to put their first point on the board, or maybe the Ironman, somebody can step up, try to win a gunfight. Ooh, it looks like Geiger's going to get the crossfield shot
with
on
half
Eaton.
A hopper.
Yeah, he's literally, has just a tray of paintballs. He's using his hand as the top part of it, and Geiger still clocked in to get that crossfield kill.
Yeah, now what he should do is just crawl down the snake and trade out with somebody, because obviously he's not going to get a lot of kills in gunfights with that hopper, but he can definitely get a couple in the breach, go down and trade out with somebody, because he already got 1 kill across the field. It's 4-on-3 now, still advantage for Uprising.
Uprising repositioning a body to get out into that D1 position, spread the field on that D side a little bit. Could be a little bit of a longer one here, so it's 4-on-3. Nate Schrader's going to do a little retreat to get to the tower to get up on his feet. He's got a body, 2 bodies in front of him for the Ironman, and then Ironman on an island over there in D3.
Yeah, he's got to stay alive. I can't see who that is, but he's got to stay alive. He's the linchpin right now. If Uprising can figure out how to get that kill on the Ironman in D3, then they're just going to roll down that side of the field and win this point.
Well, I think that Geiger has fixed his hopper because the top of it is back on.
It is, but he should have fixed it earlier, Matty, because with it off, he used all his paint, right? So now he's got no paint on the left on his back.
I feel like he should have just went with it off because I got that beautiful crossfield kill with no top of the loader, so he's messing with his mojo right now.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with the mojo. Guy going forward. I think he realizes he's low on paint, and now he's just trying to cancel out the guy in front of him. Good comms from the corner.
Yeah, Geiger being patient in here in this low body situation, as he is near the 50, but he's inside, just posted up. This is the back player, Henry Sense, for Geiger, keeping up that good communication, yelling codes crossfield to his compatriot who's on an island in D3 and has to stay alive.
Uprising with a one-body advantage here. You'd think they would press a little bit more, but it is the first point in the match. Obviously, very important to win that first point. Ironman repositions from Dorito 3 to Dorito 2 to put more cross pressure on the snake corner for Uprising. You can also shut down that 50 wrap a little bit better from that inside Dorito. Kind of slowed down here a little bit there, Maddie.
It's Sunday Paintball right now, Rich, as the Ironman, again, last place at in Atlantic City, but third in Texas. And they have a lot of pressure on right now to try to regain that legendary status. Ironman, longest running pro team in existence. And then Seattle Uprising finally making a Sunday after having a terrible start to their year with a 16th, a 16th, and an 18th. But, hey, man, like we said, every tournament is a new chance to improve your legacy, and that's why they're making extra sure that they're going to be making the correct move up there. Uprising does not want to blow this high body situation, and it's the first point. So Ironman don't have the lead to protect, and they're not at a deficit, so they can just be patient here. So yeah, we've already seen almost a 5-minute long point.
Yeah, well, Uprising's really playing well in the sense that they took the key positions that they needed to take, and now they're playing a long, slow game from those key positions. So they're making the most of this layout. They're understanding how to play this field and then playing well together. Now it's time to switch from that defensive posture, though, to the offensive posture. You've given the Ironman enough opportunity to make some mistakes.
Oh, Henry Sense. Henry Sense getting a little creative, going all the way out wide, but Mark almost picked him up.
Geiger gets shot.
Oh, Geiger gets shot over the top here, Rich. So now it's a 2-on-4 here in favor of Uprising.
And that's why we don't want Geiger gunfighting there, right? We want him to go down and trade out with that snake so we guarantee get one body off the field.
Yeah, especially in a low body situation.
Yes. And especially with no paint, right?
Yeah, he's out of paint. I mean, I want you gunfighting in low body situation because if you just go and trade out, it's still going to put them in even a better situation. But it's just a tough moment for Zach. Yeah, they do get that crossfield kill. Ironman going to even up the count a little bit here. It's now 3-on-2 here in favor of Uprising.
And if Geiger had traded out, could be 2-on-2.
Yeah, and I think that might have been Henry with the coast-to-coast shot.
No, I think it was down the tape because Henry was looking outside. It was
so he
D3.
wasn't. Yeah, I think that might be his longtime teammate O'Mara in D3.
Yeah, I think O'Mara went from 3 to 2 and then back to 3, and they didn't see him make that move, so he had that wrap.
Well, whoever got that kill was massive.
Yes.
Because that was that farthest body up in the D side, and so now it gives Sense a little bit of breathing room. Nate has had enough, and he's going to run right through. He dices up O'Mara. He does get shot cross-field. Dices up Henry Sense. O'Mara shoots him, stays alive. 2-on-1, favor of Uprising again.
Yeah, Uprising with good field position here, snake side, and understanding how to apply pressure, just really pounding that bunker, shooting their guns a lot. Putting a lot of pressure on O'Mara over there. O'Mara elects to go forward, get into the Dorito side.
So Mark's yelling 400. First he yelled D3 and then he yelled 400, so he saw him go into that snake structure. I mean, he's just go for the buzzer.
Yeah, Omar's lost him now. Doesn't know where he's at.
Well, Mark's playing smart over here.
Yeah.
He's going spot to spot to spot. He's communicating. Yeah, that was a great point from Mark Meiderman. And who else was over there for him? I think that was Holland again. Holland's been looking good, man. We said his name a lot out here this weekend. Alex seems to be putting himself in the right position a lot. And this new line here for Uprising, picking up Mark, picking up Alex, picking up Nate, and that's been 3 of their core starters here, Rich.
Yeah, they're all playing really, really well. Man, if you can get that much support off the bench, new starting guys, that's going to boost anybody's program.
Uprising, listen, Mark, Nate.
Yeah, they also have Tyler Michaud down there helping coach him too. So former teammate of ours, he was an all-star, played for Excessive, played for Dynasty. Badass dude back in the day. So it's good to have those leaders. and some fresh blood. Jumping into after a long break here, see if Infamous can answer as these teams switching sides. When points are won, if there's a no point, which does happen occasionally, they'll stay on the same side. Referee going to be checking out PB Fit here in the snake, but they do lose. So they lose Mason. Stewart makes it alive.
Mason dying out of that small temple is kind of fits one weak spot on their breakout, Matty. He's consistently getting dinked out of there.
Well, Colt takes over for that spot and gets out of that back center. But a one-body advantage here for Infamous. Rodarte's been pretty lights out up the middle here for Infamous, and one of the reasons they're playing on Sunday. Oh, but he gets absolutely blasted here. Was not able to live through that gunfight with Stewart.
4-on-4 now, Matt. Infamous with Dorito corner, Dorito can, Snake 2, Snake insert. Fit with Snake 2, Snake insert, Dorito can, and Dorito 2. Man, everyone's shooting. Last game it was kind of quiet and kind of calm. Everyone's shooting their guns on this game. Looks like Ryan Hall going forward into the 50 Snake for Infamous. Chavez repositioning. Oh, Lockout getting shot out of the corner, Matt. Chavez going forward. 4-on-3 advantage for Infamous. Infamous now in both 50s.
And here comes the moves. And no one picked up Stewart. As Stewart runs through, he's going to get the shot in on Ryan Hall. Actually, they may have traded, but Stewart comes off. Jonah is going to take over the attack as he jumps into the snake here for Infamous.
2-on-2, Matt.
Yeah, another body dropping from that D side for Infamous. So going to be Barrett and Jamrose. And they have the field spread here, Rich. The two bodies left alive for Fit are both on that D side.
Yeah, it's definitely a better field spread for Infamous. But Joan, it's tough when you're in the snake because every time your head goes down in a 2-on-1 or a 1-on-1, you have the opportunity. The other guy has the opportunity to reposition, and you kind of lose them. So you want to attack down the snake, but you got to do it with your heads up as much as you can. Chavez now going back out of that D side snake into D3. 2-on-2 here. Bless you. Infamous looking good this morning. Played really well that first point. Started at the beginning of this point up on bodies, up on position. Oh, and they get the kill on Chavez. 2-on-1. Oh, it's a trade, Matty. 1-on-1 now.
Seen a lot of 1-on-1s out here all weekend long as this field has been very chaotic. So it's going to be Joni's checking off inside towards that Dorito side snake, so he may not know the count right now.
Yeah, I don't think he knows this 1-on-1 because Chavez hasn't walked out past him yet.
Well, he's keeping his head on that swivel, so he's going to see Chavez eventually here. Yeah, so he's going to do a little retreat, goes back in a snake too, but so he should see Chavez walk off right now because Chavez is walking past his field of vision, and Barrett had just walked past him as well too, so he knows he's the last body.
Yeah, he's not playing like it, Matty. Playing cautiously, which is understandable, but it looks like he thinks there's still another body over there.
Yeah, but is Fitz player playing like it's a 1-on-1? He was tucked in to that can. If he knew it was a 1-on-1, he probably would have backed up off that spot a little bit.
I think he repositioned in the Dorito corner. Yeah, it's Dorito corner for Fit and Snake 2 for Jonah.
I think that was Cyrus as the last player left alive for PB Fit.
Yeah, he had some good points yesterday.
He did. He was playing really well over there.
And we know the Fit guys are good at gunfighting. Jonah's also really good at gunfighting, so this should be interesting. Jonah kind of in a disadvantage, I think, here in the snake. Kind of a tough position to gunfight out of usually as a snake in a 1-on-1.
Well, he has more options with bunkers, and he has more forward movement, and then he can jump into the middle as well, too. But those middle, like Jonah's just tall enough to, I think, be able to play over those bricks. Jonah's going to commit. He's on the Fit side right now.
He's got 2 pods left.
He's going a little bit more gun dominant, so he might have more paint left than Cyrus.
Yeah, you're right. Cyrus is very conservative. One balling and 2 balling.
Well, with 10:15 to go here, this is already a big point. Obviously, every point on Sunday is big, but if Jonah can get this kill on Cyrus, that will tie the game. If Cyrus wins, they're going to go up by 2 and having burnt a decent amount of this clock off.
Yeah, Jonah should try to work towards that corner, Matt. That's a much stronger bunker to gunfight out of. So if you can get Cyrus to switch and get ahead of the switch, fill into that corner would be a good move. He's closer to the buzzer, and he can be up on his feet. Better vision, better mobility.
Yeah, it's unconventional. You don't normally play this angle of those snake spots.
And gunfighting on your knees is tougher than gunfighting on your feet, right?
Yeah, and Jonah is an adult-sized guy, so it'd be a little bit easier for him if he was in an Aztec.
I think he called it. I think the Fit player might be out of paint, Matt.
He just hasn't really been putting a lot of pressure towards Jonah.
Yeah, he's got that I'm going to pick up paint on the ground posture there.
Well, We got an angle on him. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like this side, left side of his pack is a void of pods.
Yeah, he's not even
there. He might want to have one. He might have maybe one on his right hand side. Well, the longer this one goes, the more important it becomes. Down to 9 minutes now. Jonah's thinking about loading again.
Last clip.
Save every one of those paintballs, Jonah. Might need them.
Good lesson for you guys at home in a one-on-one. Paying attention to how much pressure the other guy's putting on you is super important. Because if you can figure out early that you have more paint than he is and kind of sucker him into an early kind of volley going back and forth, burn through his paint, then it gives you a really good chance to win the end of that gunfight.
The thing, yeah, 100%, Rich. But for Cyrus, they have the lead, and he's by their buzzer. So he's at an advantage here because Jonah is going to have to push up.
Yeah, Cyrus is playing this super smart, right? Because if he just forces Jonah to finally run for it, saves his last paintball and puts it on Jonah right before he hits the buzzer. Oh, wow, that's huge.
Massive moment here for Cyrus Geringer as he's going to put the team on his back in a one-on-one situation to extend the lead to 2-0.
Nice point, Cyrus.
Jonah was very proactive, but we're jumping into the pits here with Pitt.
Let's go, motherfucker. Yeah, I'm good. Let's fucking go. Hey, oh, yeah, fucking point. I'm going to be a dog. You traded with the D2? Yes. Okay.
Here, ready? Here, Jenny, go.
Straight running off, too. So you just didn't hear that hit. As soon as I saw him running off, I knew the count. Okay, cool. I heard you say Chavi still like, dude. Yeah. Lips up or down? Yes. Yeah, me and him were just trying to keep each other honest. Glory to God, baby boy.
Ironman, see if they can get back on the board here. So on the breakout right now, Ironman on the blue side and back center, screaming bloody murder, try to get the ref to go in and check out Mark.
He's checking him.
He's definitely checking him. Looks like he's good to go.
Yeah, Ironman lose their first attacker, Snake side and Dorito side, Maddie. So 5-on-3 advantage here for Uprising.
Uprising in a 5-on-3 with the field spread and a 1-point lead.
And Ironman were stuck in the pocket, but they do get outside to the Dorito corner in O'Mara. But the back center needs to get out. There he goes. Back center filling into the corner for the Ironman. Gets out there alive. 3-on-5 advantage. Uprising reposition to the Snake corner. Again, establishing 2 Dorito side, 2 Snake side, 1 back center. Uprising playing this field really well, Matt. They're already in that 50 Dorito side. They've got the Dorito 2 behind him, Dorito 3 behind him. Snake 2, Snake corner. They've got all the positions already. And now they can afford to play a long, slow point from all the positions up on bodies. Uprising is illustrating how to play the slow and controlled version of this field.
Very similar to how we saw him play the first point. It's just even better as they have 2 bodies in that D-side Snake. Graham Honored at the 50, Joel Eaton behind him.
Yeah, Uprising, what a swing, man. This team is playing so much better than they have.
Well, if you look at how well that Mark Meiderman's been playing with them, throwing a pod back to Eaton over there.
I don't want to be critical, but that was a terrible throw.
Yeah, but and then Alex been playing well. I mean, there's some of these new pickups are playing really well. And
yeah, I hate to say this, but Shane should concede this point.
Down to 6 minutes left to go.
Yeah, it sucks, but it's 3-on-5. They have all the positions, and they illustrated that first point, their willingness to just sit there and grind out the clock. And now that they have a body advantage and a lead advantage, there's no reason for them to do anything differently, right? You can tell by their posture they're not going anywhere. And if the Ironmen just sit back and play a long, slow game, all they're going to lose is time. Ironman player in the Snake getting a check. If the Ironmen are lucky, he'll be eliminated. Nope, he's still hit. He's still playing. So 2 Snake side for Ironman. Snake 1, Snake corner, both looking inside, both playing defensive. Dorito corner, inside, defensive. All the Uprising guys, defensive.
Well, and Uprising, point spread means nothing on Sunday.
Nope.
So they'd be very content to just chill in their spots in a 2-body up situation, 5-on-3, with a 1-point lead. And have this take literally all the whole time off. The whole match, who cares? 5:20 left, just burn every second off. Doesn't matter. You know the Ironmen have to push eventually. But they're in great spots.
But what Uprising did, Maddie, is first they won the breakout. Then they got to the key spots, right? They're not trying to hold from the back line. They're holding from Snake 2 and the Dorito 50. So they not only did they win the breakout, they took all the key positions. They're in complete control right now.
Yeah, I agree with you. If I don't see any proactivity out of the Ironman in forward movement in the next 30 seconds, I probably might have already conceded the point, to be honest.
I keep wanting to see somebody hovering by their buzzer, but I don't see anybody even looking at their buzzer, even close to it.
Well, you also you have to feel it out as the coach, but you also have to feel it out as players because they should know the situation. Okay, we're down 2. We haven't shot anybody. We're down a point. We have to try to make so now they definitely should concede because now it's a 5-on-2. Yeah, I mean, the Ironman in that, look, I know it's tough because you're still looking at 5 guns, but you've already burned a lot of time off the clock in the longer point, and if you don't see any proactivity, you are forcing the coach's hand.
And nobody has more confidence in their players than Shane Pastana. Nobody wants to hit that buzzer less than Shane Pastana. So don't make him hit that buzzer. Go forward and win or lose that point quickly and reset with 5 guys.
30 seconds.
In the pits with the Ironman now.
Really good, bud. Hey, paint looked great. Just keep doing
Thank you. Nate floated, shot the cross shot, or pipe, and then shot heads up. Got it. Dorito corner, back center, and then Bormeo sprinted to the can, stepped out wide as fuck, and shot Kyle in the right.
Okay, where was Kyle going?
A1, I think. Kyle, where were you going there?
Hey, if they're floating.
I think it was A.
So on the breakout right now, PB Fit up 2 over Infamous. And Fit from the red side going to be losing a body early. This is the advantage that Infamous is needed.
Yep, 4-on-5 man for Infamous as they attack into the drill side and the drill side brick. 3 players over there pushing up that D side of the field for Infamous, Maddie. Infamous going soft side here on the snake.
Yeah, on hard D side for sure. They got 3 bodies that way with 1 in the snake 1. They have Ryan Rodarte at the brick and then a body already in D3 as well too. So look for that attacker in snake 1 D side to hit the deck and crawl up because Fitz got the crossfield spread going right now.
Good fill to the snake corner by Ryan Hall. Goes from the insert to the snake corner. I believe he's got Jonah inside of him. He's going to try to get Jonah to push in from that snake insert to the snake. But he's got 2 Fit players in front of him trying to stop him. Ryan's also got to watch that cross shot, Maddie, from the D3 player. Cyrus is over there putting a lot of pressure. Gets Ryan Hall Jonah Jameson crossfield, Maddie.
I was just thinking for Infamous is they just need to stay alive over here with these 2 bodies on the snake side of the field. But then Jonah loses a gunfight. That's a tough death for Jonah.
Yeah, now the emphasis on Ryan Hall goes from kind of shooting his gun, communicating, trying to push forward to just staying alive because he's in the snake corner. He's on the island. He's all by himself. Infamous's other 3 players are hard dedicated Dorito side. Fit now taking the snake mat. Going forward.
So, yeah, Stewart in the snake. Actually, it's Mason. So Mason gets in the snake.
Oh, that's gonna be clutch. Mason's been kind of struggling from that small insert, so having him get into the snake is gonna be big for Fit. Immediately looks inside to start putting pressure on Rodarte in the brick on the D side. Great comms for both of these teams. But both of these teams are kind of known to have great comms. You know, Fit, they play all the time. They play together every weekend, so they get that mojo. And then Infamous is just, lots of vets.
Yeah, so very rarely do we see Fit play where I'm thinking, man, it'd be really nice if they talk a little bit more.
Or shoot their guns more, right?
They shoot their guns a lot and they talk a lot.
They might be kind of a young, up-and-coming team, but they understand communication and they definitely understand how to use their guns.
Yeah, they never have problems with those 2 things.
Mason now gunfighting cross with Rodarte.
He did it smart, too. He checked off on that lane. He knew that Rodarte was at that position, and if Rodarte was outgunned up on him, he wouldn't be able to get across. So he checked off on the lane, put his gun up, put a couple balls that way, and then got into snake 3.
And again, the nice thing about Mason going forward here is he's drawn Rodarte's gun, right? So that gap goes all the way to him. Now there's no pressure on the guy behind him. There's no pressure on Colt because all the pressure is on Mason. So if Mason can just keep absorbing the pressure of Rodarte and whoever else is shooting at him, he's doing a big thing even if he doesn't shoot anybody. Oh, Colt gets shot in the back center. Bad death there from Colt.
Mason was living on the edge, though, because he had to pull all the way around and go towards the sideline. Now he's back and tucked into that spot for a while. He would have been susceptible if Hall had checked off down the sideline, but Hall is totally focused on that inside shot.
Yeah, this might be a good opportunity for Mason to go forward and get Hall if they can ID that he's mostly inside.
Man, this we still have 5 minutes left, but Fit started this low bodies. They can find a way to claw and win this one and put that 3-point spread up. It might already be it. Infamous does play fast, though. Infamous can play very fast.
Yeah, and again, Fit with the lead, content to just sit in these spots, shoot their guns, and just not make any mistakes, right? They don't feel like they need to go force the issue and trade out bodies, even though they have the mathematical superiority on the Snake side. Up, running referee, and he's already got a flag in his hand, so this might not go well for Infamous. Nope, he's okay.
He spared him the execution penalty.
Oh, he pulls Joe Barrett out, but does not throw the penalty. Sir Joe appreciates that. 3-on-3 now. Mason getting a lot of pressure from Rodarte. Referee's right on top of him because it keeps breaking off the edge of the bunker right in front of Mason, so it looks like Mason's getting shot over and over again from the top or the back view. But the inside ref keeps circling that he's okay. Ryan Hall now maybe looking to make a move down the Snake.
3-on-3 situation here with a good crossfield spread for both squads. Better field position for Infamous in that D-side Snake, and then a little bit better field position over here with Mason.
I was just going to say Mason should go back a couple. Wait for someone to try to make a move. Catch him out of position. Man, Mason is in a good spot. Dorito 3 is a great spot. If you wanted 3 guys to lock up the field, these are the 3 spots you want to be in, Matt. So this gives Fit a really good advantage here.
Yeah, and Infamous with 3:26 left to go, even on the count, they have to find a way to move up the field. They can't just chill in these spots and try to win gunfights.
And they need 2, right? Mason almost gets the kill on the Dorito 50 from Infamous.
Yeah, they need 2 just to tie.
Yeah.
They're running out of options here.
They've got to start going.
They had at one point had a high body situation with a lot more time left, and now it's even on the count with not a lot of time.
And it's got to be D-side, right? Ryan Hall's got 2 in front of him. The 2 over there have 1 in front of him.
And it started that way, right? They put 3 bodies that way. They just were seeing a wall of paint, and we're trying to be extra careful. Losing Jonah was big, and now losing Barrett's big. We don't really see Jonah and Joe Barrett die out of their spots often.
But in the early of the match, when they had 3 bodies that way, they got their first kill that way. That's the time that they should have been trying to push down that tape. Not now that Fit's been able to equalize the game back out. Rodarte repositioning to that center can. That center can's a very tough position to play if both corners get on him at the same time. Oh, Rodarte. Oh, he gets him.
Gets shot, so Rodarte strikes again. And then here comes Ryan Hall, so it's a 3-on-2 in favor of Infamous with 2:22 left to go.
Yeah, Mason didn't need to kill him there. Mason just needed to stay alive. Rodarte suckered him into a bad gunfight and won it.
Yeah, it's just that bend don't break moment here for Fit. Bending slightly as Stewart's going to get in. He picked a paintball up off the ground, I think, and tries to get a shot on Silberg as Silberg runs down Cyrus. So now it's a 2-on-1 with Stewart in the Snake, and he's going to get shot in the side. So a 2-pack of kills there for Rodarte on the close. He shot out Mason and then got the shot on Stewart. So good job, Ryan Rodarte on his return.
Clutch.
Earning his keep here with Infamous.
And that's how you find out a way to win, right? You find a way to win. Fit had been locking the field down. He suckered Mason into a 1-on-1 gunfight. Out in the middle of nowhere, not in a bunker. Gets the kill on Mason, gets the next key kill and wins that point. What would you like to see out of the Ironman here, Matty, if they were going to try to get back into this match?
Well, for them, win the break. They've lost the break both. They've only played 2 points. They've lost the break both times. Uprising has played perfect. They've shot a body on the break. They've given themselves a high body situation. They're playing intelligent. They're taking positions. And so the Ironmen need to take a page out of Uprising's book. What do we got? Well, we'll see in 8 seconds how much time they have. It's not a lot. And so they need to shoot a body in the break, put themselves in a high body situation, and understand clock management. You need 2 just to tie. Don't play if you need 1. It's still 4:30 left, so it's not desperation moment quite yet, but they need to win this point, and they didn't shoot anybody on the break.
But they did release Tom Guest up the middle. I do like that. Oh, here goes Uprising, gets a kill and a penalty, so 5-on-3, Ironman's first advantage to get into this match.
Man, Uprising, time and time again, find a way to make it hard on themselves. And the penalty is really going to help out the Ironman. So high body situation for the Ironman. They're past the 50-yard line here on the Snake side, and Tom Guest is real tall, feeling no pressure, up and over the top of that brick. He's like the perfect height to play that brick.
Yeah. Shane Pastan's a big fan of that guy. Says we're going to see a lot of big things out of him coming forward.
I mean, we've already seen a lot of big things out of Tom Guest. He could have a long career if he keeps going like this, and really could help the Ironman squad out.
Ironman got to go to offense now, though, right? They don't need to be in the back shooting their guns. They need to be pushing up the field. It's 4-on-3.
Tom Guest now pushing the issue past the 50-yard line, so full court press is either at or past the 50 in the middle on the Snake side and D-side Snake. Looks like Brody Lewis going to do a little retreat here to be a little bit safer. He has some time to work with. 3:30 on the clock, or 3:20 on the clock. Eaton's going to take the walk for Uprising, so options dwindling for Uprising to try to protect this 2-point lead.
Yeah, Brody needs to go forward. The Ironman for the front snake guys for the Ironman need to do a better job of penetrating onto Uprising sides of the field when they're in the snake. Uprising just the corners left alive. Brody now onto Uprising side of the field. 4-on-2 advantage here for the Ironman.
Brody has to be careful. Once he gets across this gap, smart. He posts up.
He gets him.
Crossfield shot.
Great shot.
He's been doing his accuracy drills because he did not miss with that burst.
Yep, 4-on-1 now. Ironman advantage. Like to see an Ironman just sharking down the field. Probably going to be Tom Guest. Nope.
Perfect point for the Ironman. They did not lose a body. Did get a bit of a gift on a penalty on Uprising. And so now it's a 1-point match with 2:32 to go. Omar getting checked out by the ref. Thumbs up from the referee means the point is good. Well, they didn't shoot a body on the break, but they shot a body shortly thereafter. That body continued to play on, put themselves in a high body situation, and played very intelligently after that. Swarmed down the field with smart, crisp movements forward.
Just like you said, Uprising was playing the perfect points, and now Ironman come back with their perfect point. We'll see if they can do it again, get tied up, and then we'll have a nice, close, exciting end to the game.
So same score in both these games. In this wild card set here, Sunday morning battles going down at the Windy City Major. Seeing some fresh blood here on Sunday in 2024 as both Uprising and Fit, first time we've seen them on Sunday. Fit has been on the bubble at every event. They went 1-3, 2-2, 2-2.
Whatever we want to shoot.
And now finally have made it. Let's listen in real quick.
I kind of want to be top center.
Okay, let me shoot these right there. Yeah, you guys got the same. Hey, but no, he's going too. Yeah.
38 seconds to go before the start of this next one.
30 seconds.
Our shit, let's take it. Have doubts in their head. Yep, they have doubt in their head. Let's go.
20 seconds.
The motivational little mini speeches and audibles on the box are crucial.
Hey, Barrett, and I don't know. Where's that guy?
10 seconds.
Go over here.
Trouble, cowboy.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot for him.
Rodarte's lining up in the middle again. See if he goes up the middle, does something.
On the breakout right now. Just that one gun up from the back center for both squads, actually, as Russellback flooding to the snake off the break for Infamous is going to get checked out inside by the referee, see if he made it clean. And do we have a 5-on-5 break? We do. So this actually bodes well, though, for Fit, because they have the lead, and there's just 1 minute and 34 seconds left to go. I talked to the Fit boys this morning, and they were very confident. Now, it's their first Sunday that they have made here in the Pro Division in 2024, but they won every semi-pro event last year. So Sunday pressure is something they are very comfortable with.
Yep.
Ryan Rodarte moving up in the middle. Joe Barrett's already been there for Infamous as they're starting to push the issue and stack up on these 40-yard line bunkers to try to find a way to attack these bodies here for Fit, who are tucked in their spots and just flooding paint downfield here, Rich.
Yeah, the only Fit player that's in a vulnerable position is in that can, but Chavez was nice enough to get shot out of that corner and made room for him. So now 4-on-5 advantage for Infamous.
Tough death for Chavez right there.
Yeah. You just got to understand where you're at in the game, right? At this point in the game, you're playing as tight as you can. You're shooting your gun. You're making really good decisions. You're not trying to kill anybody. You're just trying to stay alive. 5-on-3 for Infamous.
Rich, door of possibility is opening up right now for Infamous, and they've actually forced it open by winning a couple gunfights. They have a big high body situation. They're in some crucial spots. They only have 33 seconds left to work with. You cannot be left alive in your bunker down by 1 on Sunday or at any point in a paintball game ever. And somebody needs to be the one to break it open. Somebody needs to attack first. Rodarte tried it though, but he got eaten up. And then Colt Roberts is going to get, Lukau is going to get shot.
4-on-2, Matt. Here
Russellback and Hall. Somebody has to commit. They only have 12 seconds left, and it's going to be Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall goes through, and he stays alive. Just one body left alive after Ryan Hall bunkered out that body. I don't know if he's going to have enough time.
No, 1-on-1, Matt.
And as time expires, Fit barely able to hold the line. They're going to knock out Infamous in the wild card round and move on into the quarterfinals to take on Red Legion. What an amazing job. I think it was Cyrus again. So yep. Cyrus, as the last body left alive, forced Ryan Hall to pump the brakes for those last few crucial seconds to solidify this victory, and that was after winning a one-on-one against Jonah Jamrose in a really low-scoring game. MVP of this game for PB Fit is absolutely Cyrus Geringer.
Cyrus the Virus. Great fill out from that can into that corner, and then really made that corner pay off.
But as soon as they start fishing for the fucking middle guys without coordinating it, I now have to play the D side, and then he just comes to our snake. If that.
I love how they just won their first game on Sunday this year, and they're still yelling at each other about all the things that went wrong.
They tell you why you suck.
Hey, man, elite performance is expected out there. So 2:22 left to go in this one. Similar situation as we just saw. Ironmen have to put themselves into. They try to win the break, which they did not, as there's 5 bodies alive right now for Uprising, and they need to find ways to move up the field and push into these guns.
Geiger's finally going all the way forward for the Ironman, but now he's all by himself over here on this tape. So I don't know if it's going to work out for him. He is going to get the crossfield kill. Oh, my God, he missed that shot.
Yeah, but Geiger had to – he missed the shot. He actually might have got that shot in on him. But he's going to get stitched up as Nate Schrader moved in the snake, diced up Geiger, and it looks like Geiger
did kill.
Geiger did get that crossfield kill on D3, so that's going to open it up things a little bit here. But Nate Schrader not feeling any pressure. He's going to launch on attack, even though they're up a point. And still no one has put Nate into his bunker. And that's because the Ironmen have lost bodies over here. There's no one in front of Nate Schrader right now.
No, it's a 4-on-2, Matty, advantage for Uprising.
If it's 4-on-2, they should concede the point.
4-on-3, I think. It's definitely Drudo corner, Drudo set brick.
4-on-3, Rich. Yeah, we got our eye in the sky right here. See 3 bodies for the Ironmen trapped on that D side. And Nate doesn't really have to do much here.
No.
He's already done the work needed to do. They don't need to win by more than 1 to move on to the quarterfinals. Oh, but Nate is going to get shot. He does trade out with, I think, Omara.
Yeah, so 2-on-3 advantage as Uprising surges down the snake side with no one on the snake side for Ironman. Ironman now with the Dorito 50, Dorito 2, Nicolau and Guest.
Yeah, so Meiderman has taken over the attack here for Nate.
Yeah, 3-on-1 now, just Tom Guest left over there, Matt.
Just concede. They should have, honestly, Ironman should have conceded this point earlier. Once Nate had that whole snake side, and they were all trapped on the D side of the field, it's just a low percentage play. Can they win from there? Sure. Maybe somebody dials in a shot and Uprising gets a penalty, which they've done in situations like this. Now let's listen in real quick.
No need to start yelling. Don't understand how we're not shooting bodies.
I mean, I don't know, Henry. This is probably the time to start yelling because you're on Sunday, and if something's happening, it needs to be fixed. It needs to be addressed.
Come on. Boys, we need 2 quick points. Let's say we're turning them. Let's go.
Too big or no?
I mean, Henry's not wrong, though. If you every now and then you're going to get clipped in the pack.
Yeah.
You're trying to catch your spot.
Hey, let's go. Yeah.
48.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the line?
Around.
Yeah, go right. Right?
Hey, yell the line for Tommy.
Hey, Shane, am I down? Hey, Tommy, we're going again. Shane, am I down?
Yes, no, you're right. Can you go or no?
Hey, take the timeout. Take the timeout. Take a timeout and let's recollect ourselves. Right now,
yeah, that's
2 points in 45 seconds, Rich. It's going to be very difficult here for the Ironmen, and we will have 2 minutes in between points.
Especially with how well Uprising is doing on the breakouts.
Yeah, Uprising's been either going equal on the breakout or winning the breakout, and that's why they have this lead. They're winning breakouts, they're playing smart after they've won breakouts in high body situations. And other than that penalty, they really haven't made too many mistakes out here. Penalty was what cost them in the 1 point that they've lost.
Yeah, they're playing really, really well.
Hey, Nate stood right off the edge of the box.
Not wasting any bodies going up the middle. They got the guy in the back center in case they lose an outside guy. He pivots.
Guys, gotta make it happen.
Big ask for the Ironmen here. They need 2 20-second points, essentially. It's possible. This is an incredibly fast field. We've seen a lot of really fast points out here, but Uprising knows it's coming.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, we've seen a lot of major penalties, or a handful, but seeing any of them in under 60 seconds is a lot. So, yeah, I think we've seen at least 2, maybe 3 major penalties. If you get a major under 60 seconds, it's an immediate swing point and they stop the clock. So for Uprising, most importantly, do not get any majors. Ideally, don't get any minors. Ironmen are going to have to run in that line a little bit more, but any mistakes at all, they need everything to go their way, and they need to run all the correct routes at the right exact times. So since they need 20-second points, they're going to have speed out there. I'm actually surprised we don't see Brody out there.
Is he not second in from on Snake side?
23.
Oh, yeah. Geiger going the Karslev around the Snake corner right into Snake 3. Tom Guest over the top in the middle.
Yeah, they don't shoot anybody, though.
Nope.
5 bodies alive right now for Uprising. 30 seconds to go. Ironman on a full court press. They're past the 50-yard line with Geiger and Guest. Guest in the middle. Geiger makes it into Uprising's Snake, but they lose Guest. And they also have a body at the 50-yard line with Kyle in the Snake side, or on D side Snake.
Henry Sense now in the Snake for the Ironman. Ironman down to just 2 players left alive. 2 on 5. They have to press. They're down on points.
This game's over.
Yeah, loser does not go forward here. Loser goes home. Oh, and Henry lets the timeout. Doesn't go forward. Stays in the 50 Snake and stays alive.
So that is going to do it as Uprising is pumped up, and they should be. Finally make a Sunday. Been together for years. Picked up a new player, or some new players, and getting Tyler to help them coach. And they are going to be moving on to play Tampa Bay Damage in the quarterfinals. So they're going to be top 8. That saves their season now.
That's going to be a good matchup. If Uprising plays as well as they played this match, that should be a good match.
Yeah, but again, they were sitting at 19th heading into this one. So heading into Cup with double points is going to get interesting in that part of the story for Pro Paintball, but Uprising is going to be out of that conversation with the top 8 finish. So stick with us here as we are going to jump into some quarterfinal battles. It's going to be Aftershock taking on X Factor, Impact taking on Houston Heat. Oh man, those are going to be 2 good ones. I love Sundays. 2024
Sunday.
Major League Paintball Windy City Major. I'm Matty Marshall with Rich Telford. We'll be back.
Who running the game now? Foot on the gas, just slow down. No, my team, we holding it down. We know we running it now. Watch the game change. Watch the game change. Watch the game change. Watch the game change. Yeah.
Hey, this is Walker with Carbon Paintball here to talk to you about our SC custom jerseys. To start your team's design, head over to crbnpaintball.com, fill in some team information, including what colors, what template you want to base your jersey off of, upload your main team logo and any sponsors, enter your name and your number, and we're going to kick you back a 3D image of your jersey. The custom jersey is built on a 5-panel design that's all customizable. The jersey features a DWR coating all throughout the jersey, so it is water resistant. It also is stain proof, and it has side mesh venting. The jersey is also very fitted, so it has a compact neck collar, and it also features elastic thumb loops to keep the sleeves in place while you're sliding or running. To start your team design, head over to crbnpaintball.com.
Team Paintball! Yeah, baby.
Brent is the one that selects everybody that he wants to have show up here at the NXL to represent himself, Air Assault Factory, and Carbon Paintball. We've got an assortment of guys now, kind of a rebuild from our semi-pro days. A pretty aggressive team. We usually identify our opportunities very quickly and then try to exploit them as soon as we can. I would say working with Carbon is unmatched in the industry. From the first day that we joined the program, I felt like I had a voice. I think the thing that sets Carbon apart is just the constant desire to improve. From the time that I get a product, I'm constantly getting bombarded with phone calls, text messages, emails from Walker personally, asking me my thoughts, asking me for my feedback, and I just don't think that you see that elsewhere. I've been at other companies and I've never had that type of interaction. Where you see other brands, they're putting their pro athletes up on the pedestal and they're the ones marketing the product, but at Carbon, you can get your photo up on the website and you can see yourself holding the new product and taking promotional shots, and it's just kind of a cool thing that puts their divisional athletes in the limelight. If you look around here at the NXL events and across the country at regional events, you'll see more and more teams showing up in Carbon jerseys, and there's a reason for that. They're innovating and making new products, which is great. I just think it's the best.
Hey, it's BRNT with CRBN, and I have our new IC PWR Nano barrel system here. This kit includes our famous ultra lightweight injected carbon fiber back with our new nano tip, which features over 700 microports. This microporting prevents any debris, paint, or moisture from entering the bore and also produces a unique low sound signature. These barrel kits are compatible with all PWR inserts, including our own series from 679 to 691, and are also compatible with all PWR inserts, including those made by Planet Eclipse, Dye, and Inception Designs. Check out
The last episode, Mouse was on is through the roof.
Hey, you'll find me on Sundays, Mouse.
Maybe.
There's a lot of rumblings going on about some major league changes, and
It's about that time. Let's give it away.
Hey, this is Walker with Carbon Paintball here to talk to you about our SC custom jerseys. To start your team's design, head over to crbnpaintball.com, fill in some team information, including what colors, what template you want to base your jersey off of. So it features elastic thumb loops to keep the sleeves in place while you're sliding or running. To start your team design, head over to crbnpaintball.com.
Team Paintball!
Yeah, baby.
Brent is the one that selects everybody that he wants to have show up here at the NXL to represent himself, Air Assault Factory, and Carbon Paintball. We've got an assortment of guys now, kind of a rebuild from our semi-pro days. A pretty aggressive team. We usually identify our opportunities very quickly and then try to exploit them as soon as we can. I would say working with Carbon is unmatched in the industry. From the first day that we joined the program, I felt like I had a voice. I think the thing that sets Carbon apart is just the constant desire to improve. From the time that I get a product, I'm constantly getting bombarded with phone calls, text messages, emails from Walker personally, asking me my thoughts, asking me for my feedback, and I just don't think that you see that elsewhere. I've been at other companies and I've never had that type of interaction. Where you see other brands, they're putting their pro athletes up on the pedestal and they're the ones marketing the product, but at Carbon, you can get your photo up on the website and you can see yourself holding the new product and taking promotional shots. And
we are back.
Beautiful day here in Chicago. Getting ready to watch Impact and Aftershock go head-to-head here. Beautiful, beautiful morning.
Yeah, apologies for the technical difficulties here, but we're back for the next first quarterfinal match, as it's going to be Aftershock taking on X Factor and Impact taking on Houston Heat. Tough one to call here, almost a coin flip based on the history of all these teams. Aftershock definitely has a lot of momentum coming off that second place finish in Atlantic City. But X Factor, man, that's a nasty roster. And, I mean, we've been talking about this all season long, but they very well could win a tournament here in these last two. And this is on the same side of the bracket as Legion and PB Fit. Now, for Impact and Houston Heat, most recently, Impact's been looking a little bit better, but Heat's just so consistent. I mean, they're sitting at second overall, and they are due. And their lineup is ridiculous. They got Connor Kelly back. That's also a coin flip, too. So Shock and X Factor, who's going to win that break, man? This is so crucial here, Rich, to keep those 5 bodies alive and get that first kill. And I think it was
5-on-5, Matty.
Yeah, is it a 5-on-5 break? Or did X Factor lose?
Oh, LJ Parrish now getting shot out of Snake 1, Matt.
Good zone control here for San Antonio X Factor to take off that lethal weapon from Aftershock's line, LJ Parrish, as
Axel going right down the snake for X Factor, Matt.
Yeah, X Factor also snakes on both sides. They have the 50 on the D side. A-Rod, though, might have got a shot in on him. Here comes Hosky on the counterattack, and Hosky going to run.
And get a penalty.
Dices up Tim Stetzel.
Oh, no,
major penalty is going to be on Tim Stetzel, I believe. And that's going to pull out TJ Danner and Colt Roberts. And this is a tough break here. Major penalty in point number 1. And what was looking like a back and forth kill for kill first point. Looks like Shock going to go up by 1.
Yeah, didn't see the penalty because it was on the other tape, but did see the red flag go up and did see all the X Factor guys get pulled. Kind of a gift there for Aftershock.
Oh, indeed.
After losing LJ Parrish early and having Corey Hall kind of isolated on this tape all by himself.
And just from as far away as we were, let's listen to him real quick. I thought it was going to be on Hosky, just based on how the action was, but ended up being on, I believe, Stetzel.
Okay, cool. Good job. Hey, listen. Guys, way to be guys. Now, I would expect TJ to maybe try and shoot at you, okay? Yep. Because we didn't shoot at him, so now he's there trying. Okay?
Impact breaking out from the left side. Houston Heat breaking out from the blue side. Big matchup. These two teams know each other very, very well. Two of the top 4 teams in the world for the last decade. And 5 alive for Houston Heat. Impact losing their first or second attacker D side. I believe that's Dalton.
Yeah.
So 3 attackers here. Impact on the red side, snake side of the field.
Yeah, Impact in some really good spots early on. Houston Heat with a little bit more of a conservative break. Impact risking things, and it's working out for them even though they dropped that body. So, Red Legion's done a really good job of this year, where they're okay with losing a body on the break as long as they take those most important spots. And now Justin Cornell is all the way on to Houston Heat side of the field, and he's going to get that cross-field kill. This is the potency of that snake here, Rich.
100%. You cannot play defensively without taking real estate on this field. You've got to go for it. Oh, and so that's 2 kills for JC. He got the dribbler. He just shot the back center. Chad's coming out there. So now 3 on Tyler Harmon going forward D side. 3 on 5 advantage for Impact.
Well, JC did not see Tyler make that move across because he was dealing with his gun.
Yeah, he's very vulnerable now with Tyler inside.
Yeah, so even if if he broke a ball, he's already killed 2 bodies.
Yeah.
But now he's going to get potentially pinched out crossfield. He's got to just tuck in, fix that gun, and stay alive as Tyler Harmon has the angle on him from that D3 position. Tyler was in D2, and the pin and the inside can block out that shot for the most part. So now JC feeling that pressure.
Impact is playing very similar to the way that Uprising is playing, Matty. Getting to the, winning the breakout and then getting to the key spots and then just settling down, communicating, playing paintball from the key positions. Off the work here from JC getting those first 2 kills. We've got Zupa now in the 50. JC is in Heat side of the field. Nick Laval's in the center, locking down the 2 snake players for Houston Heat, which is Ronnie Dizon and Ryan Moorhead. Tyler Harmon's defense over there in the D3. 4-on-3 advantage here for Impact.
I really like how smart JC was playing here. Goes and gets those 2 kills. He's not antsy in there. He had to fix his gun. He tucked in and stayed alive once he found out that Tyler had made that move into D3. So now he just needs to chill and let the play develop around him. He has Zupa right behind him, Nick Laval in the middle, and then Brandon Cornell has been exploring that D-side snake for a while. He's went up to the 50s, back at that second notch, and yeah, just nothing but a beautiful full court press in a high body situation here for Edmonton Impact. They started out 4-on-5, but as we've been talking about, just like why has Legion been so good? Why is Red Legion beating everybody since the first event? Well, because real estate is their most important thing. They're going to take ground. They're going to get in these key spots, and they don't really care if they lose bodies to do it.
Yeah, Houston Heat here in a really tough position. Ryan Smith's... Oh, Impact loses the plotter, though. Impact loses Nick Laval out of the center, Matty, so it's a 3-on-3 now. The Heat had the advantage early on, 5-on-4. Heat Impact takes key spots, gets 2 kills, gets up 4-on-3. Now it's 3-on-3.
And Ryan Moorhead's getting checked out. I thought might have been Ryan Moorhead wrapping around to catch the ball over the top. And Ryan's been on one here at this event. He's had some really good looks for Houston Heat.
And here
former
he goes.
World Cup award winner.
Oh, they go down the D side of the field in Brandon Cornell.
Ryan Moorhead's still alive, though, but it's looking good for Impact. But they do not know where this last body is.
Yeah, Ryan's in a horrible position because he's got 2 killers right in front of him.
And so Ryan catches a ball from everybody as Brandon Cornell shot him cross field. He traded out with JC, and then Zupa put one on him too. But
man, technical point there, Matt. Back and forth. Really, really high level play there. Great game to go back and watch as a player.
In the pits here with Impact.
See, X Factor can come back here, stay away from that penalty.
Way to get up there, big dog.
Man, that's an athletic line with Axel, Stetzel.
I was out of the game with my fucking Oh, okay.
Got a bunch of little killers over there.
I didn't even take it.
Colt, Meter, Danner. Yeah, that's a very athletic line. Shock with the same old 2-1-2. A-Rod out of back center, shooting for Axel, doesn't get him. Shot goes 5 across the back.
Yeah, body coming off for X Factor, and it's TJ Danner. Interesting, too, because we went in the pits, and Todd had this discussion. He's like, hey, TJ's probably going to shoot for you. And so they put pressure on TJ, and that's a big kill, and it gives Shock a one-body advantage. I talked to Todd Adamson, leader of the team. He's doing a great job leading the squad and bringing back the Shock name. Here comes A-Rod, as he is going to go in untouched, still untouched. He's going to get one. Did he trade out with that back center? And it looks like, hey, still a beautiful move to crack things open.
Yeah,
that's going to
sure.
force a quick concession. Just 2 bodies left alive out there for X Factor.
And I love players seeing and reacting to that move, Matt.
Yeah, if it's there, take it. It was there. A-Rod took it. He's really good at reading the beat of the action, knowing when to be in the right position to make those to throw those big offensive punches. But I talked to Todd Adamson, and when you look at how well Uprising played and how they were managed, you got to win the break. If you win the break and get in good spots, well, it gives you a drastic advantage. It's a paintball maxim, of course, but yeah, he was excited for his guys, and yeah, again, just hats off to Todd Adamson. It's just great to see the Shock name back, and then he, picking up the best leaders choose the right people to surround themselves with to go execute the job that needs to be done, and that's what Todd Adamson is a master at.
Houston Heat breaking up the red, Impact from the blue. Nick Laval takes a hard bounce going up the center, asking for a check. Hasn't gotten one yet. Houston Heat losing 2, Maddie. 5-on-3 advantage here for Impact. Oh, Impact does lose to Nick Laval, so 4-on-3 advantage for Impact.
So Impact wins the break and is able to get Brandon Cornell into the D-side snake.
And not a lot of time for these guys to go back in and draw a new game plan up with as quick as that aftershock point was, right? So these guys are coming back out here. JC now going from the snake corner, snake 1. He's got Zupa inset protecting him. Ryan Moorhead, the only one for Houston Heat on the snake side of the field.
Yeah, good communication from Houston Heat and Impact. 2 teams that are almost always having proper communication.
Yeah, at their level, you don't accept it, right? If someone comes on the team and can't communicate, you almost can't find a spot. That's a basic for being a top. Oh, Ryan Moorhead on the island gets shot out. Gunfighting a little bit too hard there.
But I don't know, man. In this low body situation for Heat, down by 1, I'd rather have them die quickly and preserve the time instead of forcing me to concede. So I don't mind that Ryan Moorhead was trying to create an opportunity. He was on an island, but we keep talking about, hey, man, if you're going to lose, try to lose a little faster. Because if we're going to go down by 2, I'd rather have the time on the clock. Because we have seen some long points out here. So now Impact 2-0. Winning these breaks.
Yeah, they're playing very controlled paintball.
Well, they won that break. Didn't win the first break, but Justin Cornell took all the ground and then gave them a one-body advantage by getting that 2-pack of kills. So they're doing it both ways here. Shock up by 2.
And that's super important, right? If a lot of teams can come out here and win one style of paintball, right? But once you can only win in one style, the other team figures out that one style. You've got to have another style that you can win with, right? And the more that you can vary those two, the harder it is to be scouted and the more success you will have. Here we go. Shot breaking out from the red side.
So at the start of point number 3, it looks like a 5-on-5 break with better field position early on for X Factor as they dip a body into that D-side snake quicker. He's actually on their side of the field. Tim Stetzel has very quickly put himself in a good position, but great zone control, though, as he comes up right into a ball. So that's going to give Aftershock another one-body advantage, and they immediately move into some nice secondary moves and get into some great positions with LJ Parrish in Snake 2 and Hosky in that D-side Snake 1. He's going to go up into D-side Snake 2. Axel Godin in a decent spot in Snake 2 for X Factor, but they are down that body.
Yeah, Timmy probably should have just stayed alive in that 50 over there for a little bit.
Down 2 bodies, actually, yeah. So this is a 5-on-3 now. With 12:40, look for Coach Ryan to
hit the buzzer.
Possibly. I think he's going to see if somebody can maybe get a kill. No, yeah. So, yeah, seen this before.
Winning those breakouts, taking that field position makes it really, really hard to beat Aftershock out here.
Yeah, Ryan Brand does not like letting his team play at a deficit if there's a lot of time. Wanted to get back to 5-on-5, spot you that point, but get back to, because, honestly, and the reason why that makes a lot of sense, and he's kind of one of the first coaches to start doing that on a frequent basis, is that when you have a really good team, you're playing on, especially if you're playing on Sunday and the team that you're playing knows what they're doing, and you're down points, and you're in a 5-on-3, what are they going to do? They're going to play really slow, and they're going to try to win that point, but get as much time off the clock as possible. So he'd rather be 3-0 with a bunch of time, with 10 minutes on the clock, than 3-0 with 5 minutes on the clock.
He's playing the long game.
Oh, last audible here from Coach Dave Baines, screaming a code here to Impact to maybe switch a gun here on the break, and it does not produce a kill, though, but they get, again, Impact's being more aggressive. They're taking more ground. They're getting to these spots. Heat is not able to put any paintballs on their forward attackers or even really their back players either, except for that first point.
Yeah, again, Impact, Uprising, very, very similar strategies. Get to these key positions, get there early, and then play a long, slow, smart point from the key positions. Tyler Harmon taking the walk from the Drew side can. Oh, Brandon Cornell, though, getting caught going to that 50 top side, Maddie.
Yeah, that's a great kill for Houston Heat, as they had lost Tyler Harmon. So a 4-on-4 situation.
Ryan Moorhead looking inside from the snake. He's got 2 Impact players in front of him, in Zupa and Cornell. Fedorov supporting Ryan, looking inside, though, from the snake corner. JC over the top there in the snake. Fedorov inside. JC going forward.
Yeah, he's got Mike Zupa right behind him. So 2 pack of bodies in the snake here currently for Edmonton. Impact, and JC's looking inside. Zupa looking down the sideline to protect that outside run. Ryan Moorhead's going to get a little bit closer. He's going to hit the deck. He's going to crawl up in this 4-on-4. He doesn't have to worry about that cross-field pressure, though, as Brandon Cornell took the early walk, and the closest body up on that D side is in D1. It's actually a triple stack of bodies here on the snake side, as Nick Laval is at the insert bunker snake side. He's looking towards that D side.
Yeah, and I love that, having that extra body over here. So if he has to go in the snake, he can, but he can support the D side from here. So he's really, again, being a great utility player. Yeah, I went up to him yesterday. I said, hey, man, Matt and I both think you're playing really, really well. He's like, really? I don't think I'm playing that great. I'm like, dude, you're killing it out there. And the fact that you don't think you're playing that great is just only going to make you play better.
We're talking about Laval?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He's pretty good. Yeah, his versatility is great because he can play. He plugs holes. He punches holes open. He filters out where he needs to be. They're going to pinch out Ryan Moorhead. I think Ryan actually got caught.
Looking down the tape.
So now it's a 3-on-4 as JC going to work. He's going to crawl up onto their side. Doesn't have D3 or D2 to worry about. And he's blocked out. That pin blocks him out from shooting D1.
Trying to get that back center shot. Oh, and he gets it. He gets all of it.
Yeah, Dizon had no idea that Justin Cornell made that move up. He does have a shot on D1 if he can peek out a little bit more towards that middle. But he's just being safe.
Yeah.
Because JC's now, he's taking that pressure from D1. Back corner bunker with Fedorov is looking at him. So everyone's worried about JC right now, and then just needs to get these other 3 players in the game.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, sorry. They need to get things going on the D side.
I was just going to say it's a 4-on-2. Everyone's looking at JC, and no one on Impact is doing anything, and they let JC get run by Fedorov in the corner. That's horrible zone control. I'm guessing Impact doesn't know the count, so they didn't know that it was just a 4-on-2.
Yeah, they're playing this like there's somebody really far up on the D side.
Yeah.
And now a little retreat here. So beautiful move by Konstantin Fedorov to keep his team in this match. They desperately need a point. Haven't put one on the board yet, and he turned a 4-on-2 into a 3-on-2. It's still in favor of Impact. But yeah, I think you're right, Rich. I don't think the Impact had the count right.
No. I'm hoping not.
And Fedorov's been all over the place. So he made that move, stitched it up, the clean run on JC, starts attacking, but then does a couple retreats. So that's going to also help confuse these remaining players here for Impact. Yeah, Laval's been posted on this line from the insert bunker looking inside. They've got to think there's still a body over there in maybe D-side Snake 2.
Yeah, just a little overly cautious. Laval's been on that cut for a long, long time. And again, obviously, they don't know the numbers. Otherwise, they would have figured out that no one's attacking, right? Because they were in tough spots and down on bodies.
But they do have, again, a 2-point lead here. And so even if somehow, some way, Houston Heat can pull off this drastic low body situation, it still will be Impact with the lead. So all that's time that's getting burnt off is a good job by Impact.
For sure.
Fedorov's going to go back to his back corner bunker.
And the key kill is that D2 for Impact, right? If he can figure out how to kill the D2, it'll be a 2-on-2, but both Impact players will be isolated on the Snake side of the field. So the second player on the Impact's Drio 2 over there, the Drio 2 looking inside, is the island. He's got to stay alive, keep his communication, try to put some pressure, but mostly stay alive. So Zupa putting pressure D corner.
Dalton thinking about getting into that D side Snake, and he does.
Yep, Dalton going forward there. Sense that Zupa putting that pressure, absorbing some of that pressure from the corners. Dalton's one of those guys, he's sneaky, and he also has really, really good timing, so he gets very creative in these closeouts often.
Yeah, good burst speed, too. Oh, gets the crossfield kill, so Dalton gets up into that 50, gets the crossfield kill. Now that's going to force the concession, so yeah, they got the point. They burnt off the time. 5:43 to go. 3-point lead for Impact.
What a great close. Just took as much time as they absolutely could. When they couldn't take any more time, Dalton just makes a couple moves, gets the key kill.
Yeah, and even though that was a beautiful move by Fedorov to go up and stitch up JC, stay alive, jumps in the spot, plays 4 different positions, and then gets back to the tower, but the result was the same because that was really the only mistake that Impact made.
Yep, not protecting their player and not zone controlling the corners.
Well, that's the thing. When you're in a big high body situation, you can have one mistake being made as long as no other mistakes are made. Because, okay, squander that body, we're still up. We're still at points, we're still at bodies.
Oftentimes, though, that first mistake leads to that second mistake, right? You have that chain reaction. You turn around and you're like, well, I made a mistake, but it's okay because my boys are, they're all walking off with me.
But that's the difference between the top teams that have won tournaments and historically and everybody else is they don't typically make cascading errors.
Timmy Setzel with the big bites gets all the way to Drio 3, but then gets caught, forcing TJ Danaher to fill out from the back center to the Drio corner. Shock with A-Rod, Corey. Oh, Corey gets caught down the tape. LJ's looking inside. X-Factor with the opportunity here. 4-on-4.
Axel has to be, they're trying to shoot that bounce shot off the wedge, and that bounce shot can work. They're going right over his head, though.
They just shot Hosky.
Oh, get the crossfield kill on Hosky. So a couple deaths right now for Shock opens the door for X-Factor, and they got a lot of time left in this one. Still 11:50 to go. Quick points being scored by Shock.
Yeah, and the Carlin no-no here is when you're up some points, all right, and you get to key positions, do not get shot out of your bunker. And unfortunately, Shock lost 2 players out of their bunker there, so those guys just have to play a little tighter. Obviously, they probably got caught by an angle they didn't expect. LJ Parrish very proactive, inside, over the top, outside. Now he's back inside. He's got 3 players from X-Factor in front of him. Axel, Meter, I believe, and I can't see who's in the corner. Or it might be Meter in the corner.
Jackson.
Okay, Jackson.
Meter is in Snake.
Oh, here goes the move inside.
Parrish going to trade out here with Axel Godin. And that leaves just one body in the Snake for both squads, and it's Meter Ninos. He's going to move up. He gets near the 50. That Snake 3. Posted up down the sideline, trying to get the pinch on Corey Hall. Or no, that A-Rod, sorry.
Yeah, Corey Hall, took that walk earlier. A-Rod's in the corner looking inside. So both corners for Aftershock. Dorito 1 and Snake corner looking inside. Meter Ninos pressing the advantage, going into their Snake. A-Rod trying to figure out how to get a shot on Jackson so he can run down and get Meter. Good little battle here. Good comms from Jackson saying, I got that guy. Telling Meter, hey, you can get creative. You can work around a little bit. Let's work on getting this kill.
Meter Ninos knows that he has time to work with, but they need to make something happen here. So he's going to commit. Oh, perfect grouping on that 3-4 shots there on A-Rod's face.
Yeah, that first shot was in the face and it was over. Nice shot by Meter. And came off that great communication and zone control from Jackson, right?
Yeah, it's actually, that's an ideal placing in that situation because when you get that bell rung a little bit, not necessarily going to pull off another shot,
and
that bang-bang play.
And there's that loud crack for the referee to hear, so even if he can't see it, he can hear you get shot in the face and be like, no, I heard you get cracked.
So a 2-point spread now with a little under 10 to go. Signs of life, though, from X Factor. And we're going to jump it back in, see if we can see the same thing out of Houston Heat, but we're in the pits with X Factor.
Hey, remember, there's Heat behind you, so the sooner you can get out. You're right. Fuzzy, I think we need to pick up on Corey. If we shoot him, A-Rod is going to...
I missed him. I missed him on the film. I did.
We bounced him going
I shot him on the
I
film.
don't mean if we kill Corey, A-Rod leaving the back center.
I know.
We
I
can go
bounced
down
him on the
center.
film. I bounced him on the film.
That's not what I'm saying. We should fucking shoot Corey. Pick on
I think
Corey.
it's a good idea.
What's that?
Because if we shoot Corey, then A-Rod's leaving the back center.
Yeah.
JC getting a bounce in the back center, calling for a check, but the referee's out of position. He is eliminated. Houston Heat down by 3 here, Matt. He has to do something. They lose 1 on the break. Ryan Moorhead attacking on the snake. 4-on-4 here.
Yeah, good communication, man, from both these squads, but Houston Heat needs to find a way to make something happen. They got a body in a really good position right now with Ryan Moorhead, and they do not know he's there. If he pops to the top, he's going to get a free kill on that inside on Nick Laval. Oh, he missed his shot.
Oh, how did he miss Nick? It looked like Nick got shot, but Nick did not get shot.
Might have come off the bunker.
His force field is very strong.
Yeah, there's a ref staring.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't see anything spray off him. I just watched his body language react, and I thought he got shot.
And sometimes it comes down to 1 kill, and if he gets that kill and he stays alive in that position, it could have really turned the tables on this one. But now they're in a 3-on-4 situation here, and with just a little under 5 minutes to go, and it is not looking good for Houston Heat.
Death nail. Impact with Snake Corner, 50 Dorito, the big brick on the Dorito side. Houston Heat with Snake Corner and D side, but I can't see where the D guy is.
Ronnie, the tequila is my way.
Good comms from both teams. Impact knows exactly where they're at here. They know they're up. Oh, Impact 4th players in D3 there. We got Connor Kelly mic'd up. Let's listen to what he has to say over there.
Hey, who's alive? Who's alive?
Going to get a concession. That's a smart concession because they're just getting smothered out there.
Yeah, and they were so small in the bunkers I couldn't see them. I mean, they were hiding so tight that they couldn't really play. So it was 3-on-4 advantage for Impact, and finally Houston Heat has to concede. Impact's looking pretty good.
I mean, Houston Heat has been good enough to, I mean, they haven't really lost many games in the prelims. They did lose 2 all year, but 2 at this one. And then they've been making it to all these Sundays. They're still 2nd overall. I mean, not looking good here in this quarterfinal match. But they just haven't had enough on Sunday.
They haven't had any offense today, right?
They're trying.
They would have, right? But you have to have offense, right?
Yeah, you have to have, that it works.
You got to win some of these breakouts, and you got to win the snake battle.
Yeah. Impact's forcing them to mostly play counterpunch paintball.
Yeah, 100% Impact's in those control positions, not making any mistakes.
Yeah, I love the game plan. Execution, game plan is dialed for Impact right now.
Yeah, probably that practice they had. Colt Roberts with the big move up to the Hertz bunker, snake side.
Yeah, speaking of offense, he's been one of the players in the entire league willing to risk it up the middle, and it's worked out a lot more than it hasn't for Colt up here.
And I love it when teams go up the middle when A-Rod's playing against them, because once A-Rod finds out that guy's up there, he's going to go get him.
Well, and this was perfect. So Colt Roberts goes to the Hertz, a stand-up tower in the middle, and shuts off that zone and catches Thomas Kim, who's trying to control it, and then they get the kill on that back center. Colt does get shot, though, but not before he did some damage as another body dropping off, and then, ooh, wow, this is a tough one here for Shock. This was going to put X Factor in a decent position. They're going to be down by 1. Like that call with Colt Roberts, that game plan, send him. We talked about this earlier, and we've been talking about with you. So the moves at the middle, because there's so much pressure outside, and those snake battles are so fierce, the guns have shifted so much, the center moves have worked out a lot more than they haven't. Colt Roberts, Ryan Rodarte from Infamous, they got knocked out, and then we'll see Kirill Peridny probably attempting those. Kirill's doing it a lot more than other teams have been doing it on a more frequent basis.
If you're doing it a lot, people emphasize it and can stop it. But if you're not doing it a lot, when you do it, they don't expect you to do it, and it pays off big. This match has been all Edmonton Impact.
Yeah, and we got to start you know, we're not there yet, but we got a carbon golden barrel, courtesy of Carbon. We had a cool team program. It's CRBN. Check out carbonpaintball.com. Of the Turbine and the boys over there. It's making some real cool products, high-end stuff. But yeah, who we giving the golden barrel to? I don't know. You know, that's a wide open conversation right now. And then we also got $1,000 courtesy of Pate Smith Law to give out as well too for best individual performance in a point, which we really haven't had any huge standouts quite yet.
Impact losing their first attacker snake side. Houston Heat with a 5-on-4 advantage here. Fedorov releases up to center, sees the Impact player in the top Dorito, and exchanges the gunfight. Mikey Arena getting eliminated, so 5-on-3 advantage for Houston Heat, Matt. This is
what they needed, Rich.
Yeah, this looks like it's going to be a good point for them, but it might be a case of a little bit too little, a little bit too late.
Well, Impact is in the 50 with Tyler Cornelio, and he's going to get stitched up by Connor Kelly.
5-on-2 now with Impact in the Dorito corner and Snake inset. Houston Heat's about to win this point.
Yeah, they're going to win it. They're going to win it fast. Still one body to deal with in that back corner. Fedorov doesn't know he's there, so he runs through that gun, but then Ryan's going to pick him up. Here comes Tyler Harmon trying to close as well, too. It was Trevor Reeser as that last body in D1. Tyler sprints, hits the buzzer, 3-12, 3-11.
And that's Houston Heat paintball, right? That's what we're used to seeing from those guys. A little bit, sprinkle a little bit more of that in.
Yeah, see if now Houston Heat just has to do that 3 more times in a row.
Shouldn't be a problem. I mean, now they know that they can do it, right?
Well, they still got a chance.
30 seconds.
Houston Heat is a team that's had some historic comebacks throughout the years. They're going to need to pull off another one here.
That's one thing about those top teams is they're all mentally strong, right? You don't see those guys go down on the pits. You don't see those guys, we're down by a few points, let's give up. A lot of fight in those top teams.
It's hard out here, right? So it builds mental toughness.
You better have thick skin if you want to be good at this sport.
If you've stuck around in the pro division and you've won tournaments for 10 years, yeah, you're mentally tough.
Yeah, if you've ever won a professional tournament, you're probably mentally tough. Or you've got some really cool friends. Axel Snake on the break. And Dorito, so X Factor takes both snakes on the break, Matt. Aftershock goes 5 across the back, basically. Now Dorito 3 and 4 across the back. So Aftershock playing very defensively here. X Factor attacking.
Stetzel making that D1 Snake 1.
A-Rod tucking the walk from back center, Matty. 5-on-4 advantage for X Factor.
Yeah, so this is what they needed here. Get some offensive positions, win the break, get in a high body situation, and they have a lot more time to work with than Houston Heat does, and they're also not down by that many points. It's just a 1-point spread. 8:30 left on this clock.
Man, X Factor really turning around here. Looked like this match was going to start off all Aftershock, and now X Factor's coming back. Still down by a point here, but they're winning these breakouts. They get the kill on Corey Hall in the corner. So 5-on-3 advantage, I think, or 5-on-4 as LJ takes the walk. Nobody on this side of the field for Aftershock now. Oh, Colt Roberts gets caught going up.
Oh, and Meter gets caught. Oh, my God. Parrish is on one right now.
Parrish is alive. He was just running out to the corner for a shot. I thought he was running off the field. So Colt thought the same thing.
Yeah, he got 2, but Axel got in. That's why it's nice to have a triple stack of attackers. So it's going to be Tim Stetzel and Axel got in still alive with TJ Danner try to make this happen here.
3-on-1, Matt?
Yeah, 3-on-2.
3-on-2, okay. Oh, yeah, the 2 Doritos. There you go. Dorito 2 and Dorito 3. Both inset. Oh, Hossy's got to watch out. He doesn't get a penalty there.
Yeah, they didn't know Axel was that far up on the snake.
No.
So Tim Stetzel going to drop
job,
the hammer.
Tim. Good point there for Timmy, huh?
Yeah, he's been playing pretty good over there, man. It's good to see him back and starting to become a big part of this offensive package for San Antonio. X Factors are going to tie it up. So it was all shock to start out with, but X Factor woke up, coffee finally kicked in, and now we got ourselves a tie game.
Zoom, zoom.
Seconds.
It's an interesting moment mentally for Chicago Aftershock. The momentum has shifted away from them.
Yeah, they started strong, right? Then they got knocked down. Let's see if they can step back up.
What do you mean, no danger?
Hey, calm down.
No, I know.
Guys,
someone say Denver?
bring it up.
Okay, sorry. My bad. Danger. Okay, what is it?
Down.
My bad. I thought someone was saying Denver. My bad.
Wow, Corey Hall almost killed Ryan Hosky.
LJ, I got your man. Thank you.
Todd Martinez saved his life. See if Houston Heat can go to the well one more time. They do lose 2 on the break, so it's not going to look good for them.
Yeah.
And they don't shoot anybody, Matty. So 5-on-3 advantage here for Impact, and that's probably the match.
Yeah, opportunities are just dwindling away from Houston Heat right now as they're, again, in a low body situation. Impact starting to move up that field on the D side. The Heat still has a body, though, on your screen here, crawling up on the D side. It's our D side angle. It's Connor Kelly. Somebody's going to have to be a hero, though, and he's going to happen now-ish.
Now-ish would be
For them
great.
to have any chance. They're still down by 3.
Now-ish would be great. Well, like we said, there's no margin here. It's win or go home, right? So you'd like to see some emphasis from Houston Heat to kind of start going forward. 2:20 left, down by 3. You know, even if you're the last guy in the field.
And Impact's just going to show them tips of barrels.
Yeah.
Edges of goggles. It's about all Heat's going to see.
And there's nothing more frustrating, right, than being in the bunker, down by points.
Guy won't gunfight you.
Knowing that you have to make a kill and having no one to gunfight, and yet you can't go in front of you because there's a big lane of paint. You're like, I have zero chances of doing anything here. It's super frustrating.
And then you'll let you move up a bunker. You move up a bunker. Yeah. You're still seeing
nothing.
Similar situation. Just tucks in a little more. So Connor's at the 50.
Yeah, so is Ryan.
In that Doritos. This is Connor Kelly here on your screen, number 23.
Still 5-on-3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, got Zupa down the snake for Impact. JC behind him in the corner.
The problem is with this 3-point spread, that this game's pretty much already
That's
over.
what I'm saying, yeah. Once they lost the breakout, this point was either over. Either basically had to concede it and just go another point and start going fast. Zupa taking the walk, but so is Ryan Moorhead.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan had to try to make something happen. Ooh, Zupa coming off.
Yeah,
limping.
a little soft there, a little limp. So 2 players left alive for Houston Heat. Fedorov over here, snake side.
It's put a guy in and make something happen.
Yeah,
situation
man.
for Heat. Who cares about the spread?
Yeah, try to go win this point. Houston Heat down to just 1 player left alive.
Well, Connor at least tried.
Yeah,
He's
he was
frustrated,
going
but he
forward.
at least tried.
Yep. Fedorov's moving around the back again, kind of just playing deep ball. Can't see if it's Dalton or Brandon over there for Impact, but they released it at 50. I think it's Dalton. And they shoot Fedorov going out to that corner.
Yeah.
Looks like Dalton traded with him.
No point in conceding it here, as it's going to be a 4-point spread. With
game's over.
Yeah. So
I'm right about this one, Matt. I missed a lot of calls, but I'm going to get this one right. This game is over.
Yeah, so we're going to let 20 seconds go down.
I was hoping for a little bit
they
more
don't even necessarily need to hit the buzzer if they don't want to.
I was hoping for a little bit more of a back and forth bloodbath.
On paper, I was really thinking that this was going to be an absolute war.
An epic battle, right? I was excited this morning drinking my coffee thinking about this match, and I was like, oh, man, can't wait to call that match. Yeah. But
it goes to show you how dialed Impact is right now. They're being more offensive-minded. They're shooting more bodies on the break. They're playing really well once they get into high-body situations. Yeah, it's just almost a perfect game from Edmonton Impact.
And I think game plan-wise, Impact and Uprising are playing the most consistent game out here with loading the tapes up, winning the breakouts and loading the tapes up.
From what we saw this morning.
Yeah. And from what I've seen this weekend, right? X Factor doing a great job of coming back in this match, man. Down by points against Aftershock. Aftershock starting the match off really fast and strong, but now X Factor's been coming back, and we'll see if Aftershock can answer. What do you think, Matty?
This is a tough one to call. The momentum is absolutely on X Factor's side right now, but Chicago Aftershock has a lot of grit, so.
I'm so happy to see Tim Stetzel playing so well for X Factor. Takes D2 on the break. It's in there live.
So it looks like Shock is going to strike first. They shoot Mac Jackson off the break, and they go heavy up the middle. So this is interesting here.
Different look.
A-Rod and Hosky are up the middle.
Yeah, different look. They go up the middle to try to block out the tapes. So they're going to go there and shoot the cuts. X Factor might not know they're there yet. Again, good breakout for Aftershock, getting that one-body advantage. Matt Jackson very rarely getting shot early on the break.
So now they need to get things going on the sidelines here, and Parrish knows that Parrish is up over the top of his spot using that little nipple on the top of that bunker to try to be as safe as possible.
I love that. You don't see a lot of guys using that, but it's such a good tool because you can block out, 1 or 2 key bunkers and just pivot off of that and put a lot of pressure downfield, relatively safe. And it's perfect if you're LJ Parrish's size because you can just stand there.
X Factor hunkered into spots, and then Parrish goes right in. So this is what they needed. Just get a little forward progression on the outside since they started off in the middle, and those guys are dedicated to those positions.
Well, and they got the one body advantage, right? So start off, play a little cautious, but then start to press forward.
So nice job as TJ Danner from that back center was looking towards the D side. That allowed Parrish to get through this zone, and now he's at the 50-yard line.
Great fills for both X Factor players getting into the Dorito corner and Snake corner, Matt. Axel's communicating our Snake saying that Shock has gotten into their side of the field. A-Rod sneaking a little pop over the top, seeing what the look is. LJ Parrish coming backwards into his Snake.
Still a decent amount of time, 5:40 to go here.
Close game.
Yeah, and a kill, though, for X Factor from that back corner bunker. So offensive spread looks good here for Shock, but it is even on the count, 4 versus 4.
Well, now LJ Parrish has got to play real smart here. He can't afford to play as loose as he has been, because if he gets dinked out, Corey Hall's been eliminated behind him, and Corey won't be able to close out on this tape. So Parrish has got to play smart here with 2 players in front of him, Meter and Axel. A-Rod's probing in the middle, which is what he does really, really well. So look for A-Rod to produce some offense, and then LJ to try to come up this tape afterwards. Problem is X Factor's outside looking in, and as A-Rod goes up, he says he shot Axel. Oh, A-Rod got Axel on the run. That was incredible,
yeah,
Matt.
So he's screaming, hoping for a penalty. He's not going to get it, but he did stay alive. So beautiful job by Alex Rodriguez, and that puts Shock in a really good position right now.
For sure.
They got players on the offense. A-Rod's still alive. I mean, it'd almost be, well, either Kim, so if Kim can get into that D-side Snake, really would help things out.
I don't think he's going to have to. I think Shock's going to force X Factor to concede this, Matt. And the positions they're at and the body numbers they're at, Ryan's got to be close to that buzzer.
Yeah, now that is a good point, because, I mean, it is a tie game, so it's tough to spot the team a winning point. Parrish doesn't have a shot on D1 from here. He does, but he has to back up off that spot quite a bit.
Well, if he just uses that nipple and then pushes the...
He could either push into it or
Yeah.
go back. Those are his 2 options. Ooh, A-Rod, for a second, thought he was going to shoot Parrish on his retreat, but then A-Rod's going to come up and he's just going to block out in the open zone.
He doesn't know Dorito 3 is hot, man.
Yeah, no, I think he does. Almost cost him. Is it going to cost him? They're going to run down. It's going to be a 2-on-2 now. So that's, I like the creativity, but it's a tough death for A-Rod. He did know that D3 was hot, so why he stopped there to block him out using the can, but he ended up getting caught in the open, forced the move from Parrish. Parrish trades out. There's no one on the Snake side at all. There's 2 bodies alive for Shock. D1 Snake or D-side Snake 1, and then Hosky, but they're all both teams have bodies trapped on that D-side.
Yeah.
So who's going to spread the field quick or win a gunfight to turn it into a 2-on-1?
We got 2 good brains on each side. Thomas Kim on one and TJ Danaher on the other one, and 2 good ones, right? So let's see who can use their one, either Tim Stetzel or Hosky, the best.
So, man, this could be the game. We're down to 3 minutes and 15. Oh, it's going to be Tim Stetzel. He's going to come through, and he's going to get a 2-pack, so that's the best individual performance we've seen. It's tied. It's a 2-on-2, and Tim Stetzel goes down to shoot both bodies and hits the buzzer, and that gives X Factor a 4-point run and a 1-point lead here with 3 minutes and 2 seconds left to go.
Man, that's such a great story. Tim Stetzel's worked so long, so hard. Now he's getting starting spins and winning big points for X Factor. And that's why you pay Tim Stetzel the big bucks. Good job, Timmy. And that was a great little matchup with, like Thomas Kim and Danaher are very similar players. Hoskins and are very similar players.
Well, that's one that Shock's going to want back because they had a high body situation.
Yeah, that was a very poor close there. I kind of thought the game was over. They were just going to sit there and force X Factor to concede. But then A-Rod goes forward, blocks out D1, but does not block out D3. Ends up getting caught there, kind of out no man's land. They lose another body, and then they end up losing that point.
Yeah, what a good story, though, for Tim Stetzel, as you're saying. So, came up with New York Extreme. He blew his shoulder out and had to get his life, he's a young guy, so I had to figure out, job, real life stuff. But then gets picked up. He's Billy Bernaccia's buddy from the Northeast.
Nephew.
And shout out to Billy. Family had another baby, so that's why he's not here. He would have feasted on this layout. But, yeah, he was real confident in Tim's ability, and so they picked him up, and then lo and behold, here he is playing the hero in this one to give themselves a lead in the quarterfinals. I mean, Tim has fought for years to put himself in this position and proven his worth here in the Pro Division.
Well, and being part of a winning program helps you get really good really fast, right? When you've got a bunch of guys around you that know how to win and know how to, help you become a better player, you get much better much quicker.
Yeah, refined excellence takes talent and makes it into more excellence.
Yeah, basically what I was saying. Thank you, Matt. Could you write that down for me, please?
Yeah, no, I'm too busy up here, so somebody else got to do that.
You've got people. Come on. Shot coming out. Got to be not very happy about that last point.
Shock still has time, though.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
This game's not over.
Do not want to squander advantages at the top end of the pro ranks, though. 5-on-5 for both teams, Matt, as X Factor attacks on the bottom side and Aftershock attacks on the top side. A-Rod releasing up the center now. He's going to try to shut down Axel. Axel. A-Rod either just got shot or sprayed on the left elbow. Ahab saw it. Ref's going to check it. This might be a penalty here for... Yeah, here it comes. And minor penalty for A-Rod.
It's going to pull out Corey Hall. They do have Hosky in the top side deal, and then Parrish gets shot as well, too. So, yeah, it's another tough break here for Chicago Aftershock, but the door has opened for San Antonio X Factor.
Here they come. X Factor losing another body on that top side, and Hosky's. Yep, and that's it. X Factor looking good.
And I'm pretty sure that's 5 unanswered points for X Factor.
Yeah, once that momentum switched, man, they're eating. Wow. What a strange twist of events, my friend.
Well, we talked about mental toughness, right? Talked about tenacity, and you have to have it if you want to win any professional sport. And X Factor just... Oh, man, something wrong with Parrish. That's not good. They're going to need him here because they need 2 in a couple minutes. But, yeah, X Factor stayed composed. They've been in this situation before and then just started mounting a comeback point after point after point. Got a couple nice breaks with a couple mistakes for Chicago Aftershock that ended up costing them. It looks like Parrish, okay, he just needed a breather.
Yeah, I need 2 pods, too.
Yeah, again, they need him. They have to have Parrish out there to have their best chance in this attempted comeback.
On the side then? Up or down on the side?
What? I need 4.
You're good. You're good.
Believe! Gun.
You gotta believe! Plenty of fucking time left!
A lot of time.
Yeah, towel.
Do you need it?
Got water?
Hey, 40 seconds.
Play!
Hopper top, please.
Todd?
Hopper top.
Todd. A-Rod.
What do you think, Maddie?
Well, again,
30 seconds.
I've seen these guys that play in Aftershock for their whole careers, and these guys are tough. You know, look at Parrish. He goes and takes a second and a breather in the corner. He's like, I need 4 pods. I need my gun. Todd, what are we doing here? Tom Martinez, coach. And they're going to go back out here and they're going to try it. Problem for Aftershock right now is they're making more mistakes than X Factor. And X Factor has the momentum. They're also really tough. Look at this comeback they just had. So, yeah, I mean, this is definitely X Factor's game to win.
Shot
right
needs
now.
2 1-minute points, Maddie, to tie this up. 1 minute and 7 seconds. Oh, and taking the quick walk is LJ Parrish. 2 steps out, gets shot. Corey Hall fills the corner, gets a bounce going out there. No, is eliminated. This point is going to be all X Factor. 4 on 2, I believe, advantage for X Factor.
Yeah, concede.
Yeah, 5 on 1 now.
If you want to still try, concede.
Yeah, concede after you lose those 3 guys. Don't wait until you lose 4.
Well, I think the tough thing is that bodies drop so fast, and it does take a little while to actually get over to the concession. And X Factor looking absolutely dominant here after dropping those first few.
I love that TJ usually sits in the back and just communicates. He drops the hammer that side and goes through on the D side. Love that.
So this is the same side of the bracket as Red Legion. And Red Legion has been such a dominant force.
That's a problem, Matt.
For this entire midway through the season. They've won 2 events in a row. I mean, I think their record's 22-2 for the year, with an insane plus-minus that's just unbelievable. And since this is the same side of the bracket, now they're mortal. They can definitely lose paintball games.
Yeah, we were talking last night.
But just real quick, is that so with X Factor's come from behind victory here, if they can finish this one off, they're going to be mentally prepared to go to war against Red Legion, and they fix some problems. And that's if Red Legion can get through fit.
5 on 3, and we're running.
For sure.
All right, Fuzz, TJ, Meter, Axel. What do you need, Fuzz? Fuzz. Yeah, or anything? Fuzzy. Axel, I got you on the game.
Good comms in the pit.
Right here, right here. I got you, TJ. Hey, value your life more than the kill, Fuzz. Tim. Corner. I got you.
me. Let's have another one. Let's spin her. We got 40 seconds. 40
Yeah,
seconds.
take some of those clips out. You don't need 6 clips, Timmy.
Hey.
This is academic, right?
You would think so. 3-point spread, not a lot of time.
Academic. I mean, let's see him get back 2 good fast points.
I want to see how fast I actually need to go, how much time we actually have left, but it's not a lot.
I can see the scoreboard. Looking at 1 minute 53 seconds.
Yeah, on this field, 3 points in 2 minutes that's doable. Problem is the wind's out of the sails for Shock.
Yeah,
and a lot of their go-to guys are a little gassed right now.
And X Factor is just going to spread the field, right?
I don't know. Paris doesn't look gassed as he runs through. Looks like 3 bodies have dropped right now for X Factor, so it's a 4-on-2 situation here for Shock. This is an opportunity, but they got to go quick though. Oh, we saw an eye in the sky with 4. Did they drop another body real quick?
Hosky's taking. I only see 3 Shock.
Okay.
Maybe I definitely could have missed one. Could be 4-on-2 for sure.
Yeah, I was watching all those bodies die for X Factor, so 3 makes it a little bit harder, and plus they're kind of stuck in the middle here too.
Shock's got 2 bodies in the middle, 1 in the snake corner. And they got Axel in the snake 1 now. Great reposition there, and Timmy in the corner. Timmy's working on A-Rod.
They lose Corey, but hey, it's a put a guy in and go type situation, so I'm not knocking anyone on Shock for doing anything offensive right now at all, because they don't have any time to mess around.
And that's it.
Yeah, so now that will officially be it, because it's just Thomas Kim, and there's only a minute left, and yeah, that's it. It's going to be X Factor moving on into the semifinals.
And they've got to have some confidence with that comeback, right? Start off down by 3, right?
That's what I was just saying. Since you're on the same side of the bracket as Red Legion, and they haven't lost a game since Vegas, having a come from behind victory like this for X Factor, man, that's a huge confidence boost.
We were talking last night at dinner a little bit about there's a couple really, really good teams that are going to go home today before the semis and the finals, just because of the way the brackets ended up.
Well, X Factor taking a 2nd place in Texas, and that 2nd place got a little overshadowed because with the weather that happened in Texas, we had to postpone the finals or the whole Sunday until Thursday in Atlantic City. So, and the war that they fought against Legion in that final match was real. That was a close game. I mean, X Factor was going blow for blow with Legion in that final match. They took 2nd place. Legion was just a little bit better that day, but they could beat Red Legion.
For sure.
Red Legion's not unbeatable, and now Red Legion has to get through Fit, and Fit is very confident right now. They just had a nice controlled victory in a low-scoring game over Infamous, and getting contributions out of everybody. So, yeah, congratulations to X Factor punching their ticket into the semifinals, as well as Edmonton Impact taking down Houston Heat. So next up is going to be Uprising. They're top 8 already. They're going to play Tampa Bay Damage, and then Red Legion and PB Fit. So stick with us here, 2024 Windy City Major. We'll be right back.
Who running the game now? Foot on the gas, just slow down. No, my team, we holding it down. We know we running it now. Watch the game change. Watch the game change. Watch the game change. Watch the game change. Yeah.
Hey, this is Walker with Carbon Paintball here to talk to you about our SC custom jerseys. To start your team's design, head over to crbnpaintball.com, fill in some team information, including what colors, what template you want to base your jersey off of, upload your main team logo and any sponsors, enter your name and your number, and we're going to kick you back a 3D image of your jersey. The custom jersey is built on a 5-panel design that's all customizable. The jersey features a DWR coating all throughout the jersey, so it is water resistant. It also is stain proof, and it has side mesh venting. The jersey is also very fitted, so it has a compact neck collar, and it also features elastic thumb loops to keep the sleeves in place while you're sliding or running. To start your team design, head over to crbnpaintball.com.
Team Paintball!
Yeah, baby.
Brent is the one that selects everybody that he wants to have show up here at the NXL to represent himself, Air Assault Factory, and Carbon Paintball. We've got an assortment of guys now, kind of a rebuild from our semi-pro days. A pretty aggressive team.